my name is Sarah Wilsey. I'm here to answer the OCD questions. I'm 18 years old. My birthday was September 5th, so I'm just recently 18, but I'm 18. If that was a concern. OCD has affected my life the most because it's mostly with eating. Like, for some odd reason, I'll see a pot or a pan, and my mind will associate it with being dirty, and instantly any food that is cooked in that pot or pan becomes tainted in my mind, and I just feel horrible, and like, if I eat something from there, then I can't eat. I will not eat. There are some days I've gone hungry because I'd rather not eat than eat from there, because my OCD just makes me feel like something absolutely horrible, horrifying will happen because of it. Sometime December, I think last year, was probably the time in which I was affected most by it. Maybe by now, 2 years ago, but I wasn't eating. I would be sobbing, and then I would have my dad buy me microwaved foods or stuff, and for some odd reason that would become tainted in my mind too, and there would just be days where I couldn't eat at all. I was just so scared and upset and miserable, and it wasn't just the food, it was millions of other things, but that was probably the worst moment in which I went hungry. I was sad, and I felt hopeless, because I was even sent to a mental hospital, and they told me straight up, we don't treat that here, because, I don't know, they told me they'll focus on everything else, but they won't focus on my OCD, and that was the thing that was destroying my life the most. So, around that time, it was probably when I realized it was destroying me. I got diagnosed after my friend started talking about his OCD, and I was like, that seems a lot like what I have. And I talked to my therapist, and she was like, you definitely have it. And ever since then, it's kind of been comforting, because I would have these weird tendencies, like, for example, whenever my parents leave a room, or I stop talking to them, or we say goodnight, I have to say I love you. Like, I have to make sure the last thing we say together is I love you, or else I'll totally freak out. I will have anxiety, I'll throw up, I'll be scared, because I'll be scared that if somehow they die within that time, I won't have that to be my last words to them. So, but I would just have weird actions like that, and I just didn't know what to call it, and my family would think I'm weird, being lazy, being annoying, it's just anxiety, get over it. But once I put together the words, it's OCD, it got easier for people to understand and for me to cope and learn ways to get through it. The biggest misconception people have with OCD, and I'm sorry for me I'm looking at the questions on my iPad. The biggest misconception is probably everyone thinks it's neat and tidy, and it's not that at all. Like, look at over there, my little yarn bins. I'm not neat and I'm not tidy. I'll get comments all the time, and even my family did this when I was first diagnosed, and they didn't really understand what it was. They were like, you don't have OCD. You're not neat, you're not tidy, your room's a disaster, but that's not what it is. I mean, it can be that. But for the most part, OCD is just an overwhelming compulsion to do something, and if you don't do it, then you will feel like something horrible is going to happen, or it could be omitting from an action, like me with eating. Like, if I ate, then I would be. But yeah, a lot of people don't have a full grasp on what it actually is. They just think, oh, I don't like the way this is arranged. Oh no. That's not it. Thank you for taking your time to make an informative video about OCD, because it just It's made my life so hard. It's good to see a big YouTuber out there who cares and wants to make a change in the way people perceive it. Make people like me, our voices be heard for once. Thank you, and thank you for listening.